What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of quick and excellent duels for you guys to check out. Our first duel shows you why every single Yu-Gi-Oh player needs to own Borrelsword Dragon. I know it can be expensive for budget players, but you gotta keep in mind with the reprint and Battles of Legends Heroes Revenge, the card did basically drop like 60% in cost because it used to be like an $80 card, now it's like a $30 card, so you guys gotta pick that up. Anyways, we have Speedroids down here at the bottom versus Dark Lords. He is playing a couple of Trick Stars in his Dark Lord build. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because everything's fairy, so there's that. Plus, Trick Stars are obviously a super just good kind of standalone engine. Candina gives you like multiple cards. Also, the light stage, locking down the opponent's back row can be definitely annoying. Anyways, let's see what's going to happen. I believe that Speedroids are up first, and he's going to go straight into Gomgon using the Tether Wolf, I believe that is, the Mecha Phantom Beast monster. He's going to end with a it's an okay board. It's like bordering around average at best. He gets 2 level 7 dragons on field in Fast Dragon and Synchro Dragon. They don't really like, this one's kind of like a Phoenix Chain. It's like light negation. This one has a little bit of protection. I would not consider these great negation effects. It's a little bit of disruption, not a great number. Most decks can easily break through, and that's exactly what his opponent's going to do, going for the Trickstar Bloom and then just Monster Reborning the Nightshade. So that was pretty easy to get 2 monsters on board off of your normal summon. Goes for Superbia, goes into the BLS Link monster. Now keep in mind, since this was used with Superbia, it is now a Magispector. It cannot be destroyed by card effects or targeted by card effects, which means it is completely free to take out both of those dragons, attack over one, then use the banish effect to get rid of the other one. The banish effect does not target, it just says banish 1 card on the field. Let's see if he can respond here. He's going to go for double yo-yo. That's going to get back Terratop, which is going to add him a Speedroid from his deck. He's going to go for Kite Drake. Usually this is an amazing card, but it's not that powerful if your opponent has a monster that can't be destroyed by card effects, particularly a big one. He is just going to go for Rebellion, and he's going to take out Kite Drake, so that really wasn't, that didn't really accomplish the job. He's going to go back into Gum Gun, or I guess Shooter Band, Band Shooter, I believe is in the TCG name, and he has another double yo-yo, still a very powerful card, seeing if he can go back up the ladder. What he's ultimately going to end on is a Kite Drake, and then he's just going to go for a play that was kind of desperate. If your opponent has the BLS Link and you just have to ram your 3000 monster into it, that's kind of desperate to me. I mean, I guess it does get the job done, but his opponent still has all these options. So he's just going to, I believe, make most of his advantage off Superbia. Superbia reborns a monster. Now he can use its shell to just summon another monster from the graveyard. Goes into number 97, and once he summoned this, another Battles of Legends card, by the way. Once he summoned this, and he has to condemn Maiden. This entire duel is from Battles of Legends. Now that I realize that. This is like an ad for that booster set. He's going to summon off of his copy of 97. The number's 100. This is Numeron Dragon. It is 9,000 attack. Unfortunately, he done forgot about the Tri-Eyed Dice, who can just negate the attack and say, bitch, please, you ain't doing nothing. And he is just going to essentially just stop that. Now, he does have a heck of a board to deal with, and obviously Red Reboot is not going to help here, but he can kind of try to get back in this. Borrelsword Dragon is going to be clutch here. He can attack into the Numeron Dragon, shift it to defense mode, 0 defense by the way, and he can take out a second monster. So Borrelsword Dragon not being able to be destroyed by battle, looking pretty clean. His opponent is going to get a Trickstar Light Stage, but looks like he doesn't have any Trickstars to summon. He's going to summon Titanic Galaxy, but what is that going to do against a Borrelsword Dragon? Borrelsword Dragon, just a couple more attacks, and this game is over. See, 100% staple. This game would not have been won without Borrelsword Dragon. I wonder... No, I don't think, let me think if Borreload Dragon would. I feel like if he went Borreload Dragon, I guess he would have had an additional monster though, so maybe that would have came into play. Anyways, I feel like Borrelsword Dragon was definitely the card for that job. Next duel is going to be Rockets versus, I believe this is Trickstar with some Mech Knights. I don't think there's any invoked in here, so let's just call it Mech Knight Trickstars. I think Rockets are up first, okay. Not bad. Anytime you can start with a +1, you're in pretty good shape. He's going to go for some Dragunity plays here. Mainly, these are just to facilitate Guard Dragon plays. Rockets use Guard Dragon plays all the time. Tracer activating its effect to get another monster. Summons Red Eyes from his deck, and then he's just going to Reborn the Tracer. Looking pretty good. He's going to end on Savage Dragon, Borreload Dragon, and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Look, for you to have that type of play and still have 2 cards in hand plus a field spell, that's pretty legitimate. You start the game with 5 cards. He has what, 6 on field, 5 on field, 2 in hand. This is a simple +2 with 3 colossal dragons, 2 of them with built-in negation, but Trickstars might be able to counter it, so we'll see what they can do. Mech Knights are good versus these fields with really big beaters, because Mech Knights themselves are big beaters, and a couple of them, like, you know, Lavender Disc and the blue one, they can just kind of like float. He is going to use one of his negations early, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. If he didn't, this Crimson Lotus would have just blown it up, so he basically was forced to use his negation here. This means he only has the Borreload Savage Dragon to rely on for the rest of the turn. He is going to use another pop here, and now Borreload Savage Dragon, he's losing his card, or he lost a little bit of attack there because he lost his Link monster. He's going to go for Mech Knight Crusadia Astrum, trying to activate the effect in the damage step. That's going to be negated. Both monsters are going to fall, but he gets the last laugh as he gets the effect of Crusadia Astrum to pop the copy, or to get rid of the copy of the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Now he does still have the Savage Dragon. Maybe he can make the best out of it. He is going to get hit with Trickstar Reincarnation during the draw phase, and he gets himself a Twin Twister and a Ghost Bell and a Haunted Mansion. Looks like he wants to activate Tracer's effect. His opponent's going to try to use Call by the Grave to stop the Tracer, but that's going to be countered by the Ghost Bell that he gave him off the Reincarnation. Get Shrek'd, my friend. He is going to just get in a bunch of damage here. I wonder why he did not use these 2 rocket monsters for like any extra deck plays. I thought that was a little like questionable. I mean, maybe you could say that he only runs like 1 copy of Savage Dragon, but if he had another Savage Dragon, like, this is where you make it. You just get a Savage Dragon on board, you get more negation, and in the end, he's just going to lose his Tracer for nothing. See, this is why I would also consider running like Omega in this deck, or just run more 8s. Seriously, you can run multiple copies of Savage Dragon. It would have been excellent. Instead, his opponent is able to summon a rank 8 using his 2 Mech Knights, and then he turns his number 90 into a copy of Full Armor Photon Dragon, and now he's in the driver's seat. Now, this was questionable. He top decks a copy of Evenly Matched, which obviously is dead. I feel like what he should have done here was he should have activated Twin Twister, pitching the Evenly Matched, and then chain the effect of Tracer, targeting the copy of Twin Twister. Now, maybe his opponent just would have used the Infinite Permanence, and he would have negated the Tracer, but I feel like you at least have to try. If you're not, you know that putting this in defense mode, like, you're not getting anything out of that. Your opponent's going to run you over, which is exactly what's going to happen. He's going to activate the Photon Dragon to pop. Tracer tries to activate, nope, and Permanent shuts him down. Now all he has to do, summon the Candina. He has enough damage on board. Even if his opponent was at like 10,000 life points, he is still losing the game because he eats 4,000 to the face, and then each one of these is 2,000, so that's another 4,000. Then he still has Lycoris, that's another 1,800 plus 400 more in the draw phase if the battle phase didn't somehow kill him. But those be the end of the duels, and that was just a tough break. I feel like the Rocket player, had he played that differently, I feel like this was a winnable game. I'm not saying that he had the widest margin for error, but I feel like that was actually a winnable game. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the short duels. If you did, give a video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.